Hey there, Reverend Sully, Eric O'Sullivan, ordained on the internet. The caveat, as always, please do not burn your hands holding on to my hot takes. If you do, well, that's on you, gal or pal, or whatever friend you are in the great spectrum of humanity. You are welcome here as we talk about my love of Star Trek. Original, real Star Trek from 1966 to 2005 is a complete set of a story. It's called Star Trek. There's been some new stuff. It doesn't count. It literally has to be 25% different so they can reap from the intellectual property rewards. But tonally, it just doesn't have it. It doesn't have the right stuff. I'm sorry. It doesn't do it. But what does it for me is original Trek. I've got all of the 735, the 66 to 2005, every show, every movie, and it's great to finally have this kind of collection. As being a lifelong Star Trek fan, I grew up in front of the TV, a foot away from the television screen. And Star Trek was in heavy reruns on UHF television, specifically Channel 56. It was on late nights. It was on weekends. It was, and it had a big part of my upbringing. I'm a Mr. Spock. I'm very Vulcan. Yeah, I haven't had a girlfriend in a while. It's almost time for Pon Far. You know, dun 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 dun. Hey, well today we do this every week. We're coming down to only a few more left. Then I'll have to start buying new ones, such as this one today. It was in one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and it was from the first season, season 1, episode 9, The Battle. And it is Captain Picard's first command. The U.S.S. Stargazer NCC-2893. Let's bring that up close. I'm getting better at doing that. It's got all the classic movies kind of design to this. This is wonderful. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Here we go. The U.S.S. Stargazer, yeah, she's an exploration vehicle. There was an accident. Come on. Here we go. Maybe that's what to do. Bright light. Yeah, so there was an accident which left the captain killed and the first officer injured. So, Lieutenant Commander, young 28-year-old Jean-Luc Picard took command. He asserted himself and put himself into the leadership role and got the Stargazer out of the bad situation. He was put in temporary command and then given full command, the rank of captain, at 28 years old, making him the youngest captain ever in Starfleet history, beating James Tiberius Kirk, who had previously done that. See, if you were to only believe in the movies, you'd think that Jim Kirk got the captaincy of the Enterprise right out of Starfleet Academy. No, he didn't. I believe Jim Kirk was 32 years old when he got the captaincy of the Enterprise. But he was a daring, officer on his way up, upwardly mobile, and so this is the Stargazer. Yeah, I wish it would have gotten the focus better. Here we go. The notes inside the magazine says they took two saucer sections, and that's for the model originally, and that's why it's an extra thick kind of saucer section, which is odd. She only has 15 decks, but that's also so that's why you have the look of almost a bridge on both sides. No secondary hull, And it was odd because it had 4 nacelles, and it's never explained why. Maybe it's because it's a deep, space exploration vessel and needs extra energy. It's not like it goes any faster. Let's read from the book real quick. Yeah, so this was Picard's first command, and he was the commander of this ship until it was lost in 2354. Picard took the Stargazer on a mission to the planet Chalna. The Stargazer was destroyed near the Maxia Zeta star system. And the attacking ship was later identified as Ferengi. After the loss of his ship, Picard was cleared of any wrongdoing in the incident as a result of the mandatory court-martial hearing. Picard would later go on to command the Enterprise, and this was the model. He had a full model of a ship in his office, and that was of Stargazer, of the Constitution class starship. She's 310 meters in length, a maximum warp 9. Yeah, we throw on the X. We're going to give it a spoiler and some detailing. Number of decks is 15. She's a Constellation class vessel, the NCC-2893, constructed at the San Francisco Fleet Yards, early 24th century. And she had a crew of 535 who were weaponry with phasers and photon torpedoes. And she came back for one episode of Star Trek. It was a Ferengi that had a grudge against Picard, found the adrift of Stargazer and decided to have revenge on him by putting him under some kind of stress. And then here comes the Picard maneuver, which was cute because it's trying to get some physics and some actual science smarts that the Picard maneuver, how he beat a situation once, was if you go to light speed, there's going to be an after image left right behind you. So to immediately make a calculated warp to right in front of your opponent's going to see 2 targets at the same time and get confused and think that they're being outmatched. And so now you're in for the kill. And so Picard was led to believe that the Enterprise was the ship. He was back on the Stargazer, and he was about to destroy the Enterprise. Yeah, it was a season 1 episode. But I love the bridge and the throwback to the movie era of starships. Yeah, and we just have some more, production notes. I love it. Actually, and another Constellation style starship did show up in episode 1 of season 5 called Redemption Part 2. You can see right there. Sorry, I know I'm pretty low tech on this show, and there was a Constellation style starship, part of the sensor sweep, that the fleet that assembled that Enterprise was part of, that was looking for cloaked Romulan ships. But yeah, so this is the U.S.S. Stargazer. She was in 1 episode. She looks like the starships I used to draw as a kid. That's why I think I love her so much. With the 4 nacelles. It was the first time that someone used more than 2 nacelles. Apparently, Gene Roddenberry had this 2 nacelle rule, and so this kind of bucked that tradition. We would see a 3rd nacelle on a dreadnought in the book Dreadnought from the Pocket Book series. I loved those. Yeah, so this is the U.S.S. Stargazer. This is the ship that Beverly and Wesley Crusher's dearly departed Jack was on. This was where Picard needed to make a choice to save an away team, and potentially sacrificing and eventually sacrificing Jack Crusher's life. And so yeah, this was the ship that Jack Crusher died on, or that was his billet. Yeah, I love the detailing. And this is an Eaglemoss, and this was a very nice price. about $30. And it's nice that they have the Star Trek license and they actually make obscure stuff. This is I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on another one of these. I'm just running out of room, and also I'm not too thrilled with the design because it looks so much like a customized Miranda class that it's like I already got the Miranda class covered. It's the U.S.S. Bozeman who was in one episode of Star Trek, specifically. Here, I'm already at Memory Alpha. Let's look. U.S.S. Bozeman. U.S.S. Bozeman. Hello. Was caught in a time loop. And it was the NCC-2993. It was a 23rd Century Federation Soyuz class starship. And let's look at the Soyuz class starship. And it was in the episode Cause and Effect, which was where's the stuff here? It's episode 18 of season 5, and it had a cameo by Kelsey Grammer of Cheers, who played Frasier and also on his spinoff of Cheers, Frasier. So having Kelsey Grammer and showing up in the movie Maroons, which is my favorite uniforms of the Starfleet, of the different Starfleets that we've seen over the years. So that was today when we covered the U.S.S. Stargazer. This was Jean-Luc Picard's first command, and he was Starfleet's youngest captain at 28 years old. Did Mikey Burnham beat him in Discovery? I don't know. I don't care. I don't watch that show. I'm all for Michael Burnham becoming captain of Discovery and her voyage to get there, and but it's a badly written show. It's not Star Trek. It's only Star Trek in name on the label. Yeah. Well, that's just my opinion. I mean, if you like, I honestly wish I liked Star Trek, the new Star Trek, as much as the people who like it do. I mean, because I'm a Star Trek fan. I want to enjoy the new Star Trek. But it's oddly off recipe, and I'm not a bad guy or a bad person for saying that. I'm different. I was blocked by Star Trek at Paramount Plus back when it was CBS All Access, and I'm still blocked by Star Trek at Paramount Plus. How am I supposed to want to subscribe to this product? How am I supposed to want to kick in to the metrics to keep these shows going? When I've been othered. I know that's kind of inflammatory to say that, but I am other. I am bad fan. I am vocal bad fan. That's all I am. That's how tribalism works. It's just like, well, you're other and you don't deserve to be part of this. I guess, and that's the last time a block ever hurt my feelings. Now, like, internet blocks, Twitter blocks are just part and parcel with the experience. I give them out liberally too now. I don't take Twitter seriously one bit anymore. I just, I just, whatever. But being blocked by, Paramount Star Trek, that was a sign that you were not welcome. There's a real uppityness to that. I'm sorry, and it's a real word, and that it's not. We're not welcome. Well, you know what? I've got plenty to catch up on and rewatch. All these good stories, rich allegory, and a great place for my imagination to hang out for a couple of hours. And it's fun and it's entertaining, and sometimes it's meaningful, and it doesn't aim for that every time. It just aims to tell good in-universe stories. And it's just something's been lost. And part of it to me. and it could be you too. But God bless you. Live long and prosper. In infinite diversity is infinite combinations. And always remember, Id Plebnista from Season 2, Episode 23, The Omega Glory. This is of the original series, and it means we the people. It matters for it applies to the Yangs and the Khans, or it doesn't matter at all. And I fully believe that New Trek has lost sight of something like Id Plebnista, which is a Star Trek thing. And it was like James Kirk's finest speech. And yeah, so give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of material. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Leave a comment in the comment section. What's your favorite Star Trek starship? What's your favorite one-ship wonder? There was only on one episode. Or you maybe caught a glimpse of it in another one. It was just so unique. Off the beaten path, one could say. Let me know in the comment section, or leave a question, and I'll read it next week. And one day I'd like to earn your subscription. I make spiritual stuff. I'm an ordained minister, amateur theologian. I say let's get spiritual. We often do. I talk about comic books all the time, and I'm a professional chef. I want to give you restaurant quality hacks so you can make delicious, nutritious, and beautiful food for your family at your table. So tune in to Reverend Sully Station and give a subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. And just Star Trek's for everyone. I wish New Trek was, but hey, we've got plenty of good old Trek, and that's enough. Thank you.